So it's loading. I'll just wait for it to start responding. Okay, so I think it has finished loading. So I'll go to File, New Project. So let me name it Rectifier 2. Then in the location, I'm going to untick this because I want to save it on my computer. Then the enable PSpice simulation will be ticked. And for the location, I'll look for a suitable location in my computer to save it. So select this folder and OK. And I'm going to choose create a blank project. Okay. Okay. So the environment is fully loaded. So the first thing is I want to put in the sine signal. So I'll go to place PSpice parts, modeling application. Then I'll go to sources, under sources, independent sources. Then it's a sine wave generator I want. So I'll click on the sine wave. So I want the offset to be 1, the V amplitude to be set to 2 volts, and the frequency to be at 50 hertz. So I'll click on place after setting the parameter. So the sine signal is on the circuit. Then now I'm going to place the diode parts. So just click on diode. Now place it here. Now I want to place the capacitor. So go to PSpice parts, capacitor. So the capacitor is at this orientation. So I'll type R on my keyboard to put it in this orientation. Then the resistor, place resistor. So it's on this orientation. Then I'll just type R to put it in. R stands for rotate, to put it in this rotation, in this orientation. So finally, we'll insert the ground signal. Here's the ground volt. So the next step is to do the wiring. So to do that, I'll press the W on my keyboard. So I'll first press escape, then W. So the wire arrow comes up. Then I'll link the parts of the circuit together. So I'm just pressing the W key on the keyboard to wire the parts together. And finally, I will connect it to ground. So another, instead of pressing the W key on the keyboard, you can just go to place and click on wire. You'll be able to connect to wire the components together. So now I want to put in I want to change the values. So the capacitor, I want to change it to 1 microfarad. So I'll just double click on the value, the previous value, and I'll change to 1 microfarad. Click on OK. For the resistor, I want to change it to 10 kilo ohm. So just double click on the value and change to 10 kilo ohm. So now I want to place the probes because I want to measure the voltage across the resistor and the current going into the positive side of the diode. So I'll go to PSpice markers, then voltage level. So I put the voltage probe here. So for the current probe, I go to markers, current into pin. So I put the current probe here. So I'm going to, the next step now is to set a simulation profile. To do that, I'm going to click on new simulation profile. Let me call it transient, then create. So so this window will come up. So it's a time domain transient simulation I want to do. The time to run it, let me change it to 50 milliseconds. Then the maximum step size, let me change it to 0.1 millisecond. Then click on apply and OK. So the simulation profile has been set. The next step is to run it. So this window is going to pop up. So if it doesn't pop up, you just click it on the background. So this is the simulation profile of the voltage across the resistor. You can see that the input signal, which was a sine wave, has been rectified in the, so the output is a rectified signal. So if I want to get the simulation profile of the current, so I right click and go to add plot. Then in the plots, I right click and go to add trace. Then is the ID one, that's the current into the diode. So I click on it and click OK. So this is the current into the diode as the simulation goes on. So if I want to change the color of the trace, so you right click on the trace and go to trace property, and maybe I'll change this color to this. Then to change the the trace, so I've already done this. So to change the second trace, the color of the second trace, the same thing, maybe I change it to red and OK. So to add a trace or to add a plot, so you go to add plot, then on the plot you go to add trace. So you can add the trace that you want. So here is maybe I want to add the input, so let me call it V1, still V1 trace.